Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth. And in this video, I'd like to share with you the Christmas books that I have accumulated over the last 6 or 8 months or so. And also, at the end of this video, I will share with you the seasonal or Christmas themed books that I'm currently reading. A couple of them overlap. They are books that I have acquired this year, and I am also reading them. So let's get started. I have been kind of looking over my stack here and realized that I picked up quite a few short stories, and I am not as interested in a couple of them as I thought I might be, but I will get to that in a minute. So let's start with the one that I've already read. This is a book that I've been wanting to get for a long time. In fact, before I ordered this was probably the oldest book on my Amazon wish list. And I kept thinking maybe my library would weed it out, but it's the only copy in our whole county, so I'm sure it gets checked out plenty. It is Christmas with Anne by Lucy Maud Montgomery, and it is a hardcover with the dust jacket that looks like a package. This is the exact edition that my library has. I have read it a couple of times. Then I've listened to it on audio in more recent years. I already own, I think, everything. Well, actually, there may be a couple of other short story collections that I don't have yet, but almost everything that's ever been published by Lucy Maud Montgomery I own, and I didn't have this one. So I'm not rereading it this year. I have read it at least 3 times, I think twice in print and once on audio. I really, really enjoy it. There's only one of the stories, maybe 2, that have anything to do with Anne, but it's a whole collection of short stories by L.M. Montgomery, and they're delightful. So I'm excited to have it. And then these next 2, I may have shown you before. I'm sorry, I have a very loud cat, but I can't remember. I think I may have picked up one of these this year, but they kind of like look alike, and because I haven't read either, I may as well show them to you anyway. One of them is The Judge Who Stole Christmas by Randy Singer. Boots. I might have to pick him up and let him say hi to you since he's yelling to you right now. Anyway, I don't know anything about this. It says it's a Yuletide free-for-all, and it takes place in the town of Possum, Virginia. So that sounds fun. But yeah, I'm excited. It is a novella. It's just a little short one. And then this is kind of the same height and length and everything. My phone is ringing. I think I can hear it. It's the library telling me that a book I ordered is on hold, or it's ready to be picked up. So perhaps I'll go pick that up this afternoon. Anyway, this is The Spirit of Christmas by Cecil Murphy and Marley Gibson. It has a foreword by Debbie Makeover, so that's pretty cool. I don't believe I've read this. It really appealed to me, the cover and everything, so I was not going to pass that up. I can't remember if a friend gave me this or if I bought this somewhere, but it just looks fun. We'll Always Have Christmas by Jenny Hale. I think it's a romance, but can anyone maybe tell me if this is a steamy romance or if it's clean, if it's sweet? You know, if you know, let me know. I've never read anything by Jenny Hale. It says it's a gorgeously uplifting Christmas romance. So perhaps it is not steamy. Perhaps it is clean. Let's see. I don't know the publisher, not familiar with it. It says bookcouture.com. So yeah. An enchanting story about the magic of Christmas, the importance of family, and the joy of falling in love during the most romantic season of the year. So yeah, that sounds really sweet. So I have this one. Let me know if you've read it or if it's something that's already on your TBR. Maybe next year we could buddy read it. So one of the books I got earlier this year that I think I already showed in a haul, in fact, I know I did, because when I showed it, Fiona from Reads and Eats said she would like to get it and buddy read it with me. So this is Christmas at Stony Creek by Martha Rogers. I've already shown this in my TBR. We are currently reading this. In fact, I have 6 chapters left, and she probably only has 4 at this point because well, I don't know. I think she usually reads in the evening and I read in the morning, but I didn't get my chapters read this morning. So within the next day or 2, we'll probably finish this off. It is a really sweet story. It is Christian-based, very lightly faith-based, though. It's really just more about a whole town pulling together, and a man who has come to their town on the train, who by all appearances in the beginning was a bum, homeless. Turns out he's a bit of a secret Santa. So it's a really sweet story, and there's a little bit of a romance, and we are both really enjoying it. It is a very gentle read, as Fiona stated first, and I like that description. So then I have this is a middle grade book that I have listened to on audio before, and I found this somewhere, and I thought, oh, I remember that this was cute, and I love this author, Andrew Clements. This is The Last Holiday Concert. He usually writes in school settings. Maybe he was a teacher, I don't know, but I just find his books very entertaining and very enjoyable. My favorite book by Andrew Clements is Frindle, which is the story of a boy who decides to make up a word, and it's the journey of how he gets that word eventually into the dictionary, and I just thought it was fantastic. So if you haven't read this, I remember it being a cute story, although I couldn't really tell you anything about it. I picked up this book, and this I actually showed in my Cozy Mystery Book Haul the other night in my live Cozy with Friends. And in case you're wondering, that video is set to private right now. I've had to take a couple of stabs at editing out a section. If you were there, you know the section. So it's set to private right now. I had intended to have it on private from the minute it went live well, not for the minute it went live, for the minute that it uploaded. Thought I didn't click save, and, you know, several of you probably who watched it later may know what I'm talking about, and I apologize for that. But I had it, I think, edited out, and then it wasn't quite right. So I'm still working on it, and then I will put that video public again if you missed that Cozy Mystery Book Haul. But I showed several books from this series, which is a guidepost series, The Secrets of the Blue Hill Library by Emily Thomas. And I just happen to have one in the series that is a Christmas themed called The Christmas Key. And then another guidepost book that I believe is more of a women's fiction. I don't think these are... they might have a little bit of romance, but I don't think so. And I don't think they're cozy mysteries. But anyway, the series is Tales from Grace Chapel Inn. And this, I think, is the very last book, and it's called Christmas Recollections at Grace Chapel Inn. And I believe that there are Christmas things interspersed throughout the series. It's quite a long series. And this is just kind of a wrap up and as it says, recollections, where they're talking about and reminiscing about some of the Christmases that have happened over the course of the series. So the author of this one is Melody Carlson, Beth Adams, and Anne-Marie Rogers. They are all authors who have contributed installments to the series. It is a series that is written by multiple authors. I own most of them, and I need to go now. It's been a little while since I have gone through and made a list of the ones that I don't own anymore. But this is one I thought I would never find, especially not in a used situation. So I was super excited to find this one. This is the very last one in the series, and I think there's 30 or 40 in the series. So it'll be a while before I get to this, but at least I have it now. And then a few romances. I'll save the short story collections for the end. I picked this one up. I don't know if I'll read this, although I have heard good things about Marta Perry. I really just wanted to get a few Christmas-themed books to put in the little free library downtown, but I kind of want to read this one. It's The Doctor's Christmas by Marta Perry. Now, she does write some Amish books. I don't know that this one is Amish. I don't think it is, because that's definitely not an Amish church, since we know that Amish... people of the Amish faith meet in their each other's homes. So anyway, but it is definitely a Christmas themed book. Looks all snowy and cold on the cover. But still, I'm very interested in that one. And I might have mentioned when I first did the original haul, after I went to the Gainesville, Florida Friends of the Library sale, I mentioned that I picked up quite a few of the love-inspired suspense, Harlequin, romance, canine books. There are several different canine series, and I have almost finished the military canine series that is written by multiple authors. In fact, all of the canine series, I believe, are written by multiple authors. And one of the books on my TBR for this month is the final book in that series, which is 2 short stories or 2 novellas, and this is Military Canine Unit Christmas by Valerie Hansen and Laura Scott. I believe I've already shown this in a haul, but when I was at the Gainesville sale, I picked up quite a few of the books from several of the other canine series, including the Christmas books. I think all of these series end in a Christmas book, and they appear to be all bind-ups of 2 short stories. So each of these are from the series that I have started collecting and have collected quite a few from, which you'll see in another haul. So this is the Classified Canine Unit Christmas by Lenora Worth and Terry Reed. And all of these have like police dogs or military dogs, law enforcement dogs, basically. This is the True Blue Canine Unit Christmas by Laura Scott and Maggie K. Black. And, oh, I should tell you the names of the stories. Sorry. A Killer Christmas and Yuletide Stalkings are the first one here, the Classified Canine. And then the True Blue Canine Unit Christmas is Holiday Emergency and Crime Scene Christmas. And then the last one is the Rookie Canine Unit Christmas by Valerie Hansen and Lenora Worth. And those stories are Surviving Christmas and Holiday High Alert. So I will probably show those. I don't think I'm going to do a whole separate romance book haul this go round. I think after this Christmas book haul, I've got everything else just kind of lumped into one video, and so everything that I didn't show you in the first video when I think it was called Giant Library Book Haul, I'm going to lump everything else together. So there'll be some middle grade, some romance, and oh, they're at another day, and it's just a few odds and ends. So okay, the rest of these are short stories. Most of them are Barber books, but let me show you the ones that are not. So I picked up 2 of these at I'm trying to find the other one and I don't see it. It's one that's on my TBR right now. Well, goodness. Okay, they look very similar. So, if you've seen one, you've seen them all, I think. So I picked up Christmas in My Heart, a second treasury, and another edition that's called A Third Treasury, edited by Joe Wheeler. More heartwarming tales of holiday joy. I got the second and third treasuries at a used bookstore earlier in the year. And I didn't even crack them open. I just looked at this and thought, oh, that looks really nice. I love to buy Christmas books all year long. So I put both of these on my BookTube spin list. And the third treasury actually got chosen as one of 2 books in the round 4 draw or spin. And I cracked it open the other day. And I don't know if they're all like this or not. But the third treasury, which is the one that got chosen, it just looks like something I'm just not interested in reading. And I definitely am not going to read it this month, because if I do, it might put me in a slump, and I have several other things in print I need to read. So I am going to open it up in January and see if I want to read it. And if I read the first couple of stories and I'm just not into it, then I will probably unhaul both of these, or I'll hang on to them. Well, maybe I'll sell them on eBay, or maybe I'll just hang on to them and put them in the little free library downtown next Christmas. But, you know, I hate it because they just look very nice on the inside. And I don't know, they just have this kind of the stories look sort of like kind of a Charles Dickens kind of a story, and that's just not what I'm interested in reading, at least not right now. But I'll give it a shot, and I'll see. But I don't know. Then the others that I bought, I do have 2 that are Victorian mysteries. So, you know, these look appealing, but that one just doesn't. Although I haven't even cracked these open either, so I may not like any of them. And it's not that I don't like Victorian stuff. I think I do. I'm just not in the mood for that right now. And that's pretty rare that you'll ever hear me say that, because I'm generally not a mood reader. But I just know right now I'm not going to read that. So anyway, these two I picked up. These are Christian, and I think the others are actually Christian as well. So you know, that's not a deal breaker either. This is a Victorian Christmas quilt by Catherine Palmer, Peggy Stokes, Deborah White-Smith, and Jenny Aiken. I have read, I believe, something by Deborah White-Smith. I have some other books by Catherine Palmer, and I don't know that I've read anything by the others. Anyway, this is from the HeartQuest line. Lori Copeland has a few books from this HeartQuest line by, oh goodness, put my glasses back on. Let's see who publishes it. Moving Fiction. And I believe they are Christian-based or faith-based. And then this one is from the same line. These are hardcovers, very beautiful books. A Victorian Christmas Tea. It's by Catherine Palmer, Diana Crawford, Peggy Stokes, and Catherine Shute, I believe. And so both very beautiful. I hope that I enjoy them. And we'll see. But that they'll just hang out for another year. And then, if you guys have followed any of my book hauls, you know that I love to pick up Barber books. I have a bunch of new Christmas ones. I finally read one. I did a buddy read with Bobby Sue Davis earlier in the year. Not a Christmas one, but one that was just, oh goodness. Bobby, if you see this video, you'll have to comment and tell me what the name of the book was. I can't even remember. Anyway, it was very good. I really enjoyed it. So I like to generally collect this larger size, but I did happen to bring home a smaller one. This is Mountain Christmas Brides. Susan Page Davis is the lead author there. And the sad thing about the smaller ones is they don't have the French flaps with the pretty inside, which I'll show you on. All right, so this is a Prairie Christmas collection by Tracy Peterson and others. That is really pretty. And see, there's the French flaps, and then there's always some kind of a picture on the inside. So that is gorgeous. I have the Westward Christmas Brides collection, and this one is led by Wanda E. Brunstetter, who writes a lot of Amish fiction. And so I don't know if that means that this one has Amish fiction or if it is just historical. But anyway, there is the inside of that one. And then this one is the Victorian Christmas Brides collection. It is headed up by Carrie. This one's on red on black. Hard to see. Carrie Fansett Pagels. I hope I said that right. Anyway, see how hard that is to read. But it's a beautiful cover. And there's the inside. Oh, look at that. Very nice. And the last one is A Plain and Sweet Christmas Romance Collection. Jenny Eicher is the first author there. And let's see what's on the inside. That's very similar to one of the others. Okay, so let's go through real quick the Christmas-themed books that are on my TBR. Some of these I'm reading right now. I already showed you one. Some I do intend to read before the month is over, and then others I would like to get to by the end of January. I do tend to read holiday-themed books on through the end of January. I have been known to carry on into February and maybe even March, but that's okay. If I want to read it, I'm going to read it. So currently I am reading Mistletoe, Moussaka, and Murder by Tina Cashian. I did just haul this book recently because the Killin' Time with Cozy's book club on Discord is reading this whole series, and I showed the whole series in the Cozy Mystery. Well, I didn't show the first one, but I did show the others because I have purchased them all this year on eBay. So this one, I was disappointed. It's a little bit larger. It's more of a trade paperback size, and I was hoping that all 5 of my editions would match, but I think I'm going to donate them to our library anyway, if they are willing to put them in circulation, because our county library system doesn't have any of these Tina Cashian books in physical form. So if they would like to have them for circulation, I will donate them, and if they don't want them, I will probably lot the whole 5 book series and sell them on eBay. So then, another book that I am actually currently reading is part of the Writer's Apprentice series by Julia Buckley. It is her short story that is available only on ebook, and if I can, I will put a picture here or here somewhere, and let me slide over so I can put it right there. It is called, let me make sure I get the title right, A Dark and Silent Night. And it's not very long. I think I'm about 20% in. I'm reading it on my Kindle, and it's cute. In fact, it starts out with the adult characters, the recurring characters in the series, playing hide and seek in the big manor where one of the main characters lives. So it's pretty cool. And then another book that I do hope to get to, probably not till January, but it's a cozy mystery, Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is by Vicki Delaney. It's book 4, I believe, in the year-round Christmas mysteries. I've read the first 3 and have really enjoyed them. And another book that I hope to get to in January is A Christmas Promise by Thomas Kincaid. And the reason I'm going to save it for January is because it's book 5 in the Cape Light series, and I still got to read book 4. I am going to read this in the month of December. This is A New Leaf, and I am super excited about all of these. It's a long series that I think is still ongoing. Even after Thomas Kincaid passed away, his co-writer, Catherine Spencer, has continued on with the series. Sorry, I'm trying not to drop these. She has continued on with the series, and I think she's on maybe like number 18 or 19. Another book that I have checked out from Hoopla on audio, it's a different cover, but anyway, this is what my library had. It's The Christmas Basket by Debbie Macomber. Now, I may have read this before. I'm not sure. It's not long, and I've got it checked out on Hoopla, and I wanted to include a Debbie Macomber Christmas book in my Christmas seasonal reading, and so I checked this one out. And if any of you have read this one, let me know what you thought about it. All right, let me make sure I don't leave anything out here. Another book that is on my TBR for this month, because I'm going to listen to this on audio on Hoopla, it's The Christmas Cookie Collection by Lori Wick. No. Lori Wild. Lori Wild writes wilder romances. Lori Wick writes Christian romances. Please don't get those mixed up. So Lori Wild, this is the Twilight Texas series, and this book is made up of 4 Christmas novellas, and then I think from this point forward, all the rest of the books in this series are Christmas themed, but I wanted to at least get one of them read this year. I will probably go ahead, I might even put this series on my SAS list, my Serious About Series list for the coming year, and it could also be part of my Binge Your Bookshelves, because I own most of them, and I would like to go ahead and listen to them and unhaul them, because they're really not completely my type of romance. There is some steam factor in these books, but I generally do enjoy the stories, and so I kind of overlook the steam factor, and plus I just really enjoy the covers, and I've enjoyed having them, but it is time for them to move on. So I probably will listen to these and try to move them on out in 2022. A couple of Christmas books that I have listened to. I'm actually already done with them for my book club this year, my library book club. So I will try to insert a picture here. The first one I listened to was One Day in December by Josie Silver. This is a romance that I didn't love, a lot of foul language, and I found it on Overdrive. My library had it on Overdrive, so I listened to it. It's a Reese Witherspoon book club pick. I find that more often than not, I do not enjoy the books that are picked by the Reese Witherspoon book club people. I don't know if she picks them herself, or I'm sure she has a team of people that help, but I haven't read very many of them, but the ones I've read, I generally have not not really loved. So then the other one, though, I did enjoy. I just finished it yesterday. It is from the Irish Village Mystery Series by Carleen O'Connor. And I'll put it right here. It is Murder at an Irish Christmas. Hopefully by the end of the month, I will have physical copies of both of those. But since I was listening to them on audio, and most of the members of my book club do not appreciate the value of audio, they prefer to read in print. So we didn't have a huge number of copies of either of them. So I chose not to try to get a physical copy until they're all done with it and book club is over. And so by the end of the month, I'll have a physical copy of both of those. Then I was at the Bookmobile the other day, and I wanted to check out something, and I have heard a couple of other people talk about this book by Terry Blackstock called Catching Christmas. I think probably Oshina from Oshina Reads Them All. Gotta read them all, want to read them all. I don't know. I'll link her channel below. She reads a lot of Christian books, and she's a teacher, just a delightful person to watch. And then also Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day. I believe I heard her talk about this and recommend this on her one part of her recommending 100 books. And so you know, both of those people I enjoy watching, and they enjoy reading some Christian books. So I'm going to take their recommendation to heart. I'm pretty sure the audio of this is on Hoopla, and so I checked it out. I'm going to try to get that read. And then another one that I think is on Hoopla. This has 2 books in this, but I want to say my sister sent me this as well. And since I've been trying to read the other Mary Higgins Clark books that she sent me, I figured why not try to go ahead and read Silent Night and All Through the Night. And then I can maybe unhaul that one as well. These I'll either get to in December or January. This is on my Stackmas tree, and I really want to go ahead and try to get this one read in December so that I can go ahead and pick up the next book in January and the one after that in February and just read one of these a month for the coming year. This is Patchwork Christmas by Kristen Eckhart. It is book 5 or 6 in the Home to Heather Creek series. And then this one was my other BookTube spin pick, and it's going to be down to one of these for December. I'm not going to be able to get them both read. So I'll probably just go ahead and put this one on hold because I don't want to put this one off because I want to stay on track with this series. Anyway, this is not BookTube Spin. This one is Home for Christmas. Thomas Kincaid's Home for Christmas by Joanne Brown. I think this is based on the life of Thomas Kincaid. It is separate from the Cape Light series. And it looks like there is a Hallmark movie of this. So I need to search that out and see if I can find it. And then while I'm still in the Christmas mood, I really want to read Christmas Cats. This has several contributing authors. And the reason I want to get to this is because this got water damaged and it won't even fit on the shelf anymore. And so I want to get this one read so that I can probably put it in my recycle. It's dry. It's not moldy. I dried it out really, really well. I just, you know, I want to read it and then let it go. And so I need to read it. Hey there, Editing Me is here, and I realized I forgot to show you some beautiful children's Christmas books that, as I recall, I think I found these free. And Emily and I have already read them, and I'm about to donate them to our little free library downtown, and I thought I would show them to you. So this is The Night Before Christmas. This edition is not by Hallmark. The other two are Hallmark. I'm trying to see who did this edition, and I'm not sure. But it is the traditional 'Twas the Night Before Christmas with some beautiful illustrations, very detailed. We were kind of looking through and pointing out the different things, and it is beautiful. Let me see. It is published by Random House, and it says it's by, well, I think Clement C. Moore is the original author of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and this book is illustrated by Cheryl Harness. So, anyway, beautiful edition of that story. And then this one is a Hallmark book. In fact, the other two, this one and the other one, are both put out by Hallmark. I think this one is the book from 2014. As I've kind of looked into it, I believe Hallmark puts out maybe they put out a Christmas book each year along with their ornament. Maybe they do more than one ornament, but I know, isn't there like a commemorative ornament? Like there is a Hallmark ornament every year, or maybe in different lines there are. I don't know. I know there's collectible stuff from Hallmark, and I could probably put these on eBay and sell them, but I'm going to go ahead and donate these to our little free library. Anyway, this is Stories of Santa, and it's actually the songs Up on the Housetop and Jolly Old St. Nicholas. So it starts out each song with the actual music score, and then it goes through the verses, and then so it does that first song, and then starts the next one somewhere about the middle. Keep going past it. Yeah, right there. So then the really cute thing, and you know, it's a shame that somebody got rid of this because I think this is adorable. It has these places where you can write, and some child has written here. If this had been me, I'd have wanted to have kept it. You know, I don't know. It just seems like something my grandchildren, you know, would want to see someday. I don't have any grandchildren, but you know, not yet. Hope to someday. So anyway, you can list your favorite gifts from Santa, Christmas songs and stories we love, the best part of Christmas, and here's Santa and me, and you put a drawing in, or you could put a picture. They put a drawing in, and then here's a place for family photos, and it just goes on. There's a few pages of that, and it's adorable. So anyway, I think this is super cute, and you know, I wish I had known about it in 2014 and gotten a new copy for my girls. Well, let's see. How old would they have been in 2014? Well, Katie would have been 10, so yeah, just about right. She was 10. Just about right. And Emily was 13. Okay, so the other one is also by Hallmark, and let me see what year this one's from. I don't know. This one is a poem. I have to put my glasses on to see. I will hold it up just a second. Well, this is also 2014. So I guess they do more than one book. And these were probably owned by the same person. Anyway, this is North Pole, Once Upon a North Pole Christmas by Noel Manning, illustrated by Sled Kessler. And this is just a little poem told from the perspective of a little elf who finds out that, you know, it's almost kind of like the story in the movie Elf where people have lost their Christmas spirit. And so all the kid elves write notes and send them down to everywhere south of the North Pole. And each child receives this little note, and then the Christmas spirit has come back. And then at the very end, you get to read what the little note said that each child received. And it's really sweet. It's a cute little magical Christmas story. So anyway, Emily and I are going to donate these. She has looked at them plenty of times. I'm trying to remember where I got these. A couple weeks ago, I went with Katie to Tampa, and I did take some footage, which I'm gonna have to go back because I haven't like put that footage together and made a video out of it. But I went to a few little free libraries, and I did stop at a used bookstore. And I did find a couple of things at the used bookstore to buy, but out front they had some bins with free stuff. And I think that's where I got these. In fact, I picked up several books that I then took with me and donated to a few little free libraries that I found. And then I brought a few home, obviously, these. If I'm remembering correctly, I might have gotten these somewhere else, but I think that's where I got these. Or I got them at my library at the last sale, but they don't have any kind of price sticker, so I don't think I did. Anyway, that is it. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. It's going to be late tonight by the time this goes up. I'm headed out now to a Christmas choir rehearsal. Our cantata is this coming Sunday, so hope to get this video up and for you at some point later this evening. So that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.